Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. So today I am continuing with this series Science and the Holy Quran, and today is part 9. Chapter 32, Surah As-Sajda, verse 7 to 9. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allazi asana kulla shay'in khalaqahu wa bada'a khalqal insani min teen. ثم جعل نسله من سلالة من ماء مهين ثم سواه ونفخ فيه من روحه وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون. Translation: He created everything in a very good way, that is, gave birth to it, and started creation of humans from clay. Then he started their race from a worthless drop of water. He then gave it a proper shape and put soul in it, and made various organs such as ear, eyes, and heart. But you, humans, are rarely thankful. So comments. So in these verses, Allah says that uh, and started creation of humans from clay. Now, this topic has already been discussed in detail in Surah Hajj, chapter 22, verse 5. So, apparently, the clay, that is soil, and the human body has nothing in common with each other. Clay is an amorphous material, while human body is made of different solid structures which have definite shapes, and therefore each human being has a distinct physical appearance. So at the time of the revelation of Holy Quran, that is more than 1400 years ago, since that time, these ayat have been under scrutiny because people question that what is the similarity between a clay and a human being. But now the modern science have endorsed these words of the Holy Quran. Now we know that hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine make up 99.9% of the atoms in the human body. So all of these, except hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon, have soil as their major source. And although oxygen and hydrogen are present in substantial amount in the human body, but they are in the form of water. Now, another point in these ayat is he put soul in it. Allah Ta'ala put soul in the uh, human being which was under development. So in Surah Al-Mu'minun, that is chapter 23, verses 12 to 14, this development of the human embryo is given in great detail, so much detail that even modern description fails to match it. So Allah says that He develops them in the Surah Al-Mu'minun. Allah says that He develops them, that is humans, from a drop of water and placed that drop in a strong compartment. Then He converted it into a clot of blood, that is alaqa, and this clot of blood then turned into flesh, that is mudghah, and this piece of flesh turned into bones and then covered the bones with flesh and finally gives a distinct look. Now, so this is a description of the development of a human embryo. So one would expect that when such great detail is given in the Holy Quran about the development of an human embryo, then the specific time when the soul or ruh is introduced in this developing being would also be mentioned. But actually, in the Holy Quran, this is not mentioned. No specific time is given. But different Islamic scholars who have, have inferred that the ruh or soul is entered into the developing embryo around 120 days, that is 4 months after conception. And there is a hadith of Sahih al-Bukhari, that is 30, hadith number 3036, which is often cited in this case. And in that, not only the description given in the Holy Quran about the development of a human embryo and fetus is given, but also it is mentioned that the soul or ruh is introduced around 120 days after conception. Now, there was about 20 to 25 years ago when this stem cell technology became brought a revolution because stem cells, are the base mother cells from which any tissue can be developed. But they have to be taken from a developing fetus, and usually they are taken after 90 days. So, according to Christians, it was like killing a human being. So, this stem cell research was stopped in many countries, even in USA, and that is why some other countries took lead in it. But according to the fatwa of Muslim scholars, it was not a problem because the ruh is introduced after 120 days. So taking off embryonic cells at the time of after 90 days doesn't constitute to killing a living being. Now, chapter 32, Surah Fatir, verse 11. Wallahu khalaqakum min turabim, summa min nutfatim, summa ja'alakum azwajam, wama tahmilu min unsa, wala tada'u illa bi ilmihi, wama yu'ammaru min mu'ammarim, wala yunkasu min umurihi illa fi kitabim, inna zalika alallahi yasir. Translation. Allah created Adam from clay and his descendants from a drop. Then he made pairs of males and females for propagation of race. No woman becomes pregnant or gives birth without his knowledge. And nobody can live longer or shorter than the period written for him or her in the book. This all is easy for Allah. And Allah created Adam from clay. So this topic has already been discussed a few minutes ago. And it is also discussed in detail in Surah Hajj, chapter 22, verse 5. Another point in these ayat is he made pairs of males and females for propagation of races. So the male and female sexes are usually quite distinct in animals. We can easily differentiate. But at the revelation of the Holy Quran, time of the revelation of the Holy Quran, nobody had any idea that even plants have male and female sexes. So in Surah Al-Ra'd, chapter 13, verse 3, the Holy Quran mentioned that Allah created couples, that is male and female, in all types of fruits. The modern science discovered this fact only in the 7th century when a British botanist named Nehemiah Grew made this suggestion in 1684, but it was not accepted for about 150 years because there was still people who thought that plants do not have any sex. This topic has also been discussed in Surah Taha, chapter 20, verse 53, in which again the Holy Quran mentions that plants have male and female sexes, but here specifically a word azwaj is used in this surah, which is generally used for pair of in Arabic language, and it is used for a pair of male and female or husband and wife. Now, verse 12. وما يستوي البحران هذا عذب فرات صائغ شرابه وهذا ملح أجاج ومن كل تأكلون لحما طريا وتستخرجون هلية تلبسونها وترى الفلق فيه مواخر لتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون. Translation: Two rivers are different. One has sweet water and other has bitter water. Both provide fish, food that is fish, and ornaments that is pearls, etc. These rivers are used for transportation and trade. One should be thankful to Allah. So, two rivers are different. One has sweet water and another has bitter water. So, this topic has already been covered in detail in Surah Furqan, chapter 25, verse 53, and Surah An-Naml, chapter 27, verse 61. So, the Holy Quran indicated the presence of a barrier between two water bodies which are touching each other more than 1400 years ago. Modern science has understood this phenomenon only recently. There is a transitional homogenizing area where two water bodies mix. Otherwise, each water body has its own temperature, salinity, and density. There are several examples. For example, Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean near Gibraltar, then Gulf of Alaska, then Cape Point in South Africa, and some rivers and streams in Bangladesh. So here you can see that two big oceans, they are meeting each other for hundreds of miles, but they don't intermix. They distinct, keep themselves distinct from each other. Now, verse 13. يولج بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وسخر الشمس والقمر كل يجري لأجل مسمى ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك والذين تدعون من دونه ما يملكون من كتمير. Translation: He enters the day into night and the night into the day. He has kept sun and moon busy in their assignment and they will do so till a fixed time. Allah is your guardian and He rules the universe. And those others which are worshipped do not possess even the small layer on the seed of date palm. So He enters the day into night and the night into the day. This topic has been covered in detail in Surah Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 33, and Surah chapter 22, verse 61. I have already covered these in my previous vlogs. So other point is he has kept sun and moon busy in their assignment and they will do so till a fixed time. This topic has also been covered in detail in Surah Rum, chapter 30, verse 8, in which Allah clearly states that sky and earth and all those things which are in between have a limited lifespan. So the Holy Quran stated more than 1400 years ago that universe is not forever. Only Allah could reveal this information because no human of that time had the remotest idea about the heavenly bodies except for sun, moon, and visible stars. The modern science confirms that the observable universe is 13.8 billion years old and thus had a beginning. It is logical to infer that something which has a beginning will also have an end. So that is all for today. My other series, which are currently going on, one is famous persons, the other side, then the scientists of the golden age of Islam, and miscellaneous topics. And I have already completed Japan series. So to approach my vlogs, it is quite easy. In the search window, you type Awada Dost Dr. Abdul Haq, and you will get this window. And here you have my URL. When you click on it, you will have access to all my vlogs. Thank you for your attention. Now, please, my request is to please subscribe and to share my vlogs. Here are my email addresses, email address, the URL of my channel, web page address, and my WhatsApp number. Once again, thank you for your attention. Keep care of yourself. Goodbye till next time. Thanks.